Up until it wasn't, the Empire State Building was the highest structure in the world. Until someone constructs a structure that is taller than the Burj Khalifa, it is the highest structure in the world. In reality, the world was supposed to have a higher tower by this point. The projected Jeddah Tower, depicted in glistening computer-generated images, would soon be known as the world's next tallest building rising from the desert, according to a CNN article published on January 17, 2018. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today let's go through some details about Jeddah Tower. The first skyscraper to reach 3,281 feet or 1,000 meters or more was to be built by Saudi Arabia's Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, a billionaire financier who originally announced his plans in 2008. The world record-breaking tower was to serve as the focal point of Jeddah Economic City, a huge urban oasis that aimed to become Saudi Arabia's equivalent of Dubai. In contrast, One World Trade Center, the tallest structure in the United States, is 1,776 feet or 541 meters tall, which is almost half its intended height. The grandiose plan to build the Jeddah Tower, the first kilometer-tall building in the world, has been in limbo for close to 15 years. Only a third of the skyscraper has been constructed, and there are presently no plans to resume work because of COVID shutdowns and Saudi political machinations. The Jeddah Economic Company website, which was developed by Prince Al-Walid and the Saudi Bin Laden Group, still opens with a flamboyant representation of the towering Jeddah Tower and the phrase, "It's happening." Though, is it? Taller than the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which rises 2,717 feet or 828 meters, now holds the record for the highest structure in the world. According to Anthony Wood, president of the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, a global nonprofit that bestows the title of tallest building, the record-breaking structure, built by American architect Adrian Smith, accomplished exactly what Dubai's architects wanted it to do. According to Wood, Dubai actually constructed itself out of the desert. The Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, was intended to be the crowning achievement of this massive complex by the developer Emaar, which included numerous towers, a sizable mall, and other structures. It's amazing what they've accomplished. The Burj Khalifa was still being built when Saudi Prince Al-Walid originally decided to construct the first kilometer-high structure. But according to Wood, the goal in Saudi Arabia was always to intimidate the Dubai model. The Jeddah Tower, the new highest structure in the world, will be located in Jeddah Economic City, a future metropolis on the Red Sea. Between the two holy towns of Mecca and Medina is Jeddah. In 2018, Hisham Joma, Chief Development Officer of Jeddah Economic Company, told CNN that before the tower was here, this was not considered a place that people would live. So that you won't have to leave, we're building an autonomous city. The Jeddah Tower and the Burj Khalifa were both designed by Adrian Smith, and they share similar design cues. Both of them are referred to as megatall buildings, which are those that are taller than 600 meters or 1,968.5 feet. The Jeddah Tower and the Burj Khalifa are most comparable that they both have a Y-shaped layout with 3 rather than 4 external walls. Smith and his engineers discovered that the 3-wall design was more aerodynamic and better equipped to handle wind shear and dizzyingly high altitudes after intensive wind tunnel testing. The Jeddah Tower is designed as a single, constantly tapering skyscraper that pierces the clouds like a huge needle, in contrast to the Burj Khalifa, which tapers in phases as different portions of the tower peak out. The Jeddah Tower's open-air observation deck, which is the highest in the world at 2,187 feet, is the most talked-about aspect of the structure, 664 meters. Prior to being informed that it would be too risky to park a helicopter at such heights with unpredictable desert winds, the architects had intended the observation deck to serve as a helipad. The Jeddah Tower will need 80,000 tons or 72,575 metric tons of steel to be erected according to the original plans, and it'll have 59 elevators, including 5 double-decker vehicles and 12 escalators for service. Office space will be located in the lowest third, followed by a 5-star hotel with flats planned for the top 167 floors. The crown will be home to a huge penthouse apartment. And an even start for Jeddah Tower. The Jeddah Tower's construction started on April 1, 2013, and it took more than a year only to create the vast foundation for the building, which featured concrete pilings longer than a football field and measuring 10 feet or 3 meters in diameter. In September 2014, above groundwork commenced. Up until 2017, when Saudi Arabia experienced a political crisis, the base of the record-breaking tower rose gradually and steadily. Al-Walid bin Talal, the main financial sponsor of the Jeddah Tower, and several of his associates in the Saudi Bin Laden family were among 11 Saudi princes who were detained as a result of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's, commonly known as MBS, aggressive attempt to consolidate power. The Jeddah Tower's construction resumed in 2018, with a target completion date of 2020, after the guys were subsequently freed after paying hundreds of millions of dollars in fines. According to Munid Hamoud, CEO of Jeddah Economic Company, we'll start seeing things as of 2020. You'll see the tower, you'll see the retail mall, and you'll see many other projects. But those plans were derailed by labor disputes with a contractor in late 2018, and the COVID outbreak ended any prospects of starting work again in 2020. The Jeddah Tower base is currently about 984 feet or 300 meters tall, which is less than one-third of its estimated height. The centerpiece mega tower has not yet been completed, but according to the most current report from 2021, 90% of the city's roads and gardens have been built. Future of the Jeddah Tower. When Wood visited the Jeddah Tower construction site in the start of 2018, he referred to the project scope and ambition as being very large. He asserts that the incomplete base of the Jeddah Tower already qualifies as a super tall structure and that the view from the top was stunning. As Wood puts it, you are 300 meters in the air, looking down at an underdeveloped metropolis. New infrastructure is being erected against a backdrop of desert, in contrast to what looks to be ancient ruins all around you. Wood rejects the notion that the tower's incomplete base was nothing more than a small stump in the earth. Wood states, "It's already a third of its height, and I truly think the project will be completed eventually because failing to do so would be embarrassing. What I don't know is if it'll stick to its original plan or if it'll end up being the world's tallest structure." The Jeddah Tower will have a variety of tourist attractions as well as residences, hotels, and workplaces. Images of the gigantic tower under construction from today will only show the desert, but once finished, the tower would stand in the middle of a glittering new neighborhood. The tower will contain the highest observation deck in the world at 2,178 feet or 664 meters above sea level. A 5-star Four Seasons hotel, 97 connected service departments, and 4 residential layers with 325 apartments are all planned for the development. A record height of 2,165 feet or 660 meters was intended for the elevators. They were expected to go quickly at 12.5 miles per hour and transport passengers to the 157th story in just 66.5 seconds. The Burj Khalifa's developer Emaar also had plans to construct an observation tower in Dubai that would be marginally taller than the Burj Khalifa, but work on that project was also put on hold due to the epidemic. While acknowledging that the construction process thus far has been anything but usual, Wood is optimistic that the Jeddah Tower will eventually rise in some form. According to Wood, this is not a project that's behind schedule. This is a project that completely ceased 4 years ago. There is no doubt that it's unusual. Construction has stopped, therefore there's no delay. Although it hasn't yet, we keep hearing that it'll restart. And that's all for today. See you in the next video.